Let me know if you can hear me. Help me with the power bank. We're having issues with power. The way NEPA is in Nigeria. The charger now. So sorry. I went off. I wanted to do things properly. If you are joining this live stream, just send me a hi, thumbs up. Let's look at this together. I'm back. I'm back online. I'm back online, and we are back. If you're part of this live stream, just indicate I can hear you. I'm here. Okay. If you can see me, let me know. Just give me a thumbs up. I'm back here now. So I took a brief break so that I can give you people a thumbs up. So, like I was saying initially, one of the reasons why I'm online today, or one of the reasons why I'm having this live stream, is due to the fact that a lot of people have expressed their concern about property development in Lagos, and a notable colleague of mine who is also a seasoned real estate investor and a real estate coach, a realtor, in the person of Mr. Azildo Patrick, dropped a bombshell about Ekpe yesterday, one of his podcasts on real estate. And immediately after some people watched the podcast, I was receiving calls, several. Um, so a lot of people have been asking questions. What exactly is going on? Adejare, what is going on? Adejare, how come we have not spoken about this? Adejare, are you trying to cover these people? Adejare, what exactly is going on? My real estate investors. First of all, let your mind be at rest. Your investment is safe. More importantly, if you have done it through us. And today's live session will be addressing several issues, important issues that many people might not have seen. And I'll be giving, further information and insight to what you're supposed to do. And we went off, before we experienced that little break in transition due to the issue of power, we apologize. It will be rectified in our next live stream. So I'll be addressing issues. I'll be on live tomorrow, Thursday, by 12 noon Nigerian PM, Nigerian time, and I'll also be, by the special grace of God, tomorrow by this time. I'll be addressing several. In fact, one of the things I'll be addressing in some of my live streams are some of the inquiries I've received, and of course to allay the fear that nothing will happen to your real estate investor. So let's quickly go to the topic of today. Now, I was explaining basically that Ekpe lands are zoned into different categories, and in the Ekpe master plan, I indicated the places where government have zoned for residential use. I also went further to talk about places that government have zoned for agricultural purpose. I've talked about places that are zoned for forest use. I've talked about places that are zoned, okay, for military use. We have places that are zoned for industrial use. We will have places, that are also zoned for health use. We have also in the master plan, I explained what the water bodies are. And the reason why government is beginning to enforce, some of these regulations, as many of us are having it, basically, is due to the fact that government have come to realize that most of or some of these real estate development companies are not, using, the Ekpe master plan, because they're not using properties in Ekpe in accordance to the master plan. And this is due to the fact that a whole lot of people have been investing wrongly. A whole lot of people have been investing in properties without having, adequate use and understanding of what government wants to achieve. So on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about now. I'm not going to debunk what Mr. Patrick has said, okay? And I'm not affirming it online. So if you have invested in Ekpe and you are worried, I think the best thing you should do basically is that you should contact, your realtor, let them be in a better position to give you updated, information on what is going on, so that you'll be in a better position to make a good decision. So what is happening basically is that people have not been using a pair in accordance to the master plan. So has happened basically is that a whole lot of some real estate development companies have built structures without observing or taking all the necessary approvals. When I talk about the approval, there's this fencing permit, there's this LASAPA you will also get, there's this building permit and construction. So most of these guys don't have such papers. So if there are estates that government have sealed in Nepal, it is due to the fact that government is trying to enforce that the basic regulations must be followed. So this is what is happening now. Who should be worried, or what will not be, the future of my investment? Now, I think before you start panicking or before you start giving yourself unnecessary worries, it is very important that you do the following. So this live stream will be providing solutions to what you should do. Now, is it true? Is government trying to clamp down the activities of real estate development, or is government, because whenever we have situations like this, I've seen several instances whereby people attach a lot of reasons and opinions to this. Okay, so one of the things I'll be addressing basically is that government is not trying to clamp down on real estate development in Epe. Government is not after any other tribe. This is not tribal. This is not political. This has nothing to do with religion, or this has nothing to do with ethnicity. But everything that is happening basically in Epe is due to the fact that government is trying as much as they can to protect, the interest of real estate investors. There've been a lot of people have been scammed. A lot of people have lost a whole lot of money by doing real estate without understanding the basic regulations. So what government is doing at the moment is a safety precautionary plan to minimize, the level of irregularities in the real estate sector. When you talk about irregularities in this industry, we've noticed several. We've seen a lot of instances whereby people are not, doing things the way they are. So before you worry, endeavor, the status of the properties you have bought. So what exactly do I mean? Now, if you have bought a property and your property is zoned for residential, government is saying you can only have residential activities on that property. I'm explaining this in the simplest term possible. Okay, so if you have bought a property and your property is zoned for residential, okay, know that you cannot put commercial activities there. Now, if you have bought a property and the property is zoned for commercial activities, know that you cannot use it for residential or agricultural. Now, if you have bought a property in a pair and the property is zoned for industrial, know that you cannot do anything that is less industrial on that property. If you have bought a property that is zoned for agri, until the property is regularized and the status has changed, you cannot use it for anything less than agri. So I need to quickly state that. So who should be worried? Now, if you have real estate investor, if you have bought an agricultural land with intention of doing residential thing, government will not accept it. If you have bought a commercial activities and you want to do residential, you cannot. Government will not allow. In fact, they won't even give you title because of that. So, what is the way forward? What should you do? Now, for some of these activities that is going on, I need you to understand that there are basic regulations, and I will provide simple solutions on what you should do. Now, like I said before you start to worry, endeavor, okay, to know the states and the status of the property you have bought. If your property is untitled, if you have bought untitled property in Epe, if you want to get title documentation on them, okay, just know that government will not give a residential C of O for an agric land, neither will they give a commercial C of O on the residential land. Now, what they are doing basically is that they are enforcing, some basic regulations, and these are some of the things you need to know. Now, does should I start buying on titled properties? Now, I've said it in one of my videos, and I'm going to say it again that as long as Lagos State is concerned, if if there is no title on the property you are buying, it is advised, okay, that you should, okay, get a title on the property. Do as much as you can to get your title on the property. Now, should I worry? Now, the is a two-way thing. Now, if you have bought a committed property, I'm on live stream and there's nothing to hide, you should be worried. Uh, Committed property like you have bought industrial land, you have bought military land, or you have bought forestry, you should be worried. And the reason why you should be worried basically is that government is beginning to enforce some basic regulations. Now, in some cases, I've seen instances whereby some lands are not uh, like 100% committed. That means that if some basic things can be done by your surveyor and other people that are helping you to work on the title, you can pay some amount of money, government release it. Yes, as that the period whereby government started making this enforcement, it was cheap, but right now it's not cheap. So the basic thing is that if you have bought a land that is not zoned for residential and you want to use it for residential, what you will now do basically is that you will approach the Ministry of Lagos State, the Ministry of Lands, okay, and they will, okay, help you um, get um, give you title, only for the fact that if you have bought from either real estate development company or you have bought from Omonile, now the consequences right now is that you are going to buy from government. Yes, you are going to buy from government. You're going to buy from government. So it is very important I stress this. If your land falls under this for committed acquisition, industrial, forestry, military, or any form of education, acquisition, health. Now, if your real estate investment falls, okay, under this committed thing, the consequences right now is that you'll be paying more. So it is very important that I stress this so that you will not panic. Now, if you have bought a residential property and you want to use it for residential use, you don't need to worry. All you need to do is just get your documents ready and go and get your title. If you have bought commercial property and want to use it for commercial use, all you need to do is just get your document ready and go and perfect your title. If you have bought an agric land and you want to use it for agric purposes, all you have to do basically is get all your documents ready and approach government. That's the way it is. So, but in a situation whereby you have bought an industrial land or a land that is zoned for projects like hospitals, schools, and every other thing, and you want to get a residential C of O on them, the process right now is a little bit complicated. In fact, don't let me use my word. In some situations, it's almost impossible, and in instances where there are little film of possibilities, you're going to be paying a lot, and that is why I am making this live video to tell you the way things are and what you need to do. But if you have bought a property that has a C of O, you don't have any reason to worry. If you have bought a property, if you don't have a C of O, if it's zoned for residential use, you don't have any reason to worry. If you have bought an agric land and you want to use it for agric purpose, you don't have it. Now, the people that should worry are people who have, encroached on government land and they want to get title on what it is not zoned for. So that is basically what is going on. So my recommendation, what should you do? Um, Going forward now, I would advise that if you're investing within this four circumference of Lagos, if I talk about the circumference, what I meant basically is that if you have bought a property in Lagos, uh, for now, you just have to use the property for what it is zoned for. You can only use the property now. Now, let us now believe that as situation begins to unfold, as things begins to go on, government can decide, okay, to probably be flexible in the area of regularizing land in Ekpe. But for now, this is the current situation. Now, for some of those places, The government have marked and put lapse car. In some cases, what is just happening basically is that some of these guys don't have the required approval. They don't have the fencing permits. They don't have most of those permits that is needed like one of the things you need to understand as a real estate investor basically is that government is beginning to regulate activities in Ekpe, and this is just a full update of what is going on. So after today now, dear real estate investors, I would not want you to be scared. There is no need for panic. There is no need because I've been receiving calls since yesterday. It's been very very disturbing. I was explaining and I said, okay, fine. For some people that have missed their calls and I've called them back, they are busy. Please kindly refer to this live stream. Endeavor you watch, share this, channel. We'll be having more of this. I think now we've cleared some of our schedules. We'll be having more of this, and then trust me, you are going to love it. So this is King's Court TV. This is where we discuss everything you need to know about real estate investment. I dropped a video yesterday about Lagos State real estate investment. If you have not seen it, do well to see, check on it, subscribe, follow us. Trust me, there's a lot and lot that you need to do. So I'm going to be talking about the basic principles that real estate investor will do. So I'm not be dropping like a normal video. I'm going to be doing a live stream. Okay. For some of us who might need this live stream, you are free um, to to join this live stream tomorrow. I can assure you that we are going to be discussing a lot. Okay, there's a lot that I'll be tomorrow by this time. So you want to be part of this live stream, you want to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. You will, you will save it. Okay.